Right. The podcast that uncovers the origin stories of some of the biggest names in media, sports, entertainment, entrepreneurship, and of course, Big Brother Joe. What could we say about our guest today? She's a Capricorn, so you could tell us what that means, but she earned her Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communications with an emphasis in media studies, creative director for over 5 years, has a real estate license just like you, and the champ is here.
Hell yes, she is. She loves
What an
that,
introduction.
right? First of all, when you're a Capricorn, that means you're a very, very career-driven person, as we could
Yes.
see from her. And that worked out for her because I think we're talking with the greatest female player in Big Brother history. So let's not keep her on the back burner any longer. We welcome Chelsie to the show.
Thank
Chelsie,
you.
don't act so surprised because you know you are. You're a super fan. You get how this works.
It's such an honor to hear that. When you're in it, it doesn't feel like that. You're just trying to survive.
No,
So viewing out, it's an honor to hear you say that.
So, Chelsea, out of the house now. Halloween's coming up. So I'm wondering if you're giving any thought to your Halloween costume. I think maybe you should be a puppeteer because you were pulling all the strings in the house.
I love that. Listen, that might be one of my options. Just stay tuned.
All I know is you got to sell me some Auntie Chelsea mist because you had that whole house blinded the whole season. The whole season. They had no idea.
Yes, I did. Sorry. I played Big Brother.
Well, before you play Big Brother, you played basketball.
I did.
Yeah, Biola University, La Sierra University.
Yes.
Did your great court vision help you navigate the Big Brother house?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Here's the thing. I'm if y'all see me in person, I'm 5'3". I'm actually 5'2.5", but my price is 5'3". I am a small girl and I played collegiate level basketball, not because I was strong, not because I was the tallest player. It's just because I was a smart player. So I did use my ability on the court to read. I was always the player on the court that read players really well and read the court very well. And I just translated that into Big Brother and used that to my strength.
She played point guard. I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
As a Cali girl,
Mm-hmm.
is Rancho Cucamonga the city with the best name in America?
It's the worst name. I don't know where it comes from, but what the heck? It is the worst name. And I don't know what it was in me that repped Rancho Cucamonga so hard in the show. I was born in LA. LA's cooler, but something in me said, rep it for your people in Rancho. Terrible name, though. Terrible.
So, in the house, once you got Tucker out, did you know there was a wrap and that you'd win the game?
There wasn't a wrap until I got Quinn and Leah out.
Okay.
They were both really good players, and I knew if I got those two out, it was a wrap for the season. Not Tucker. My work wasn't done. It was just getting started.
Better cook, Tucker or Lisa?
I'm messy. Tucker.
Okay.
Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, we had Tucker on. He would say the same thing.
Oh, obviously, he's going to say this himself.
Good guy.
So for you, just curious, did you celebrate the big win with pizza and ice cream?
Now, don't y'all bring janky world stuff into this story. Absolutely not. I am still, that was the worst week of probably my entire 27 years of existence. So no, I don't think I've eaten pizza or ice cream since day 59 in that house. No, thank you.
Oh, wow. Well, it got intense there, that's for sure. I'm just curious, if you ever end up in a scenario again where, you get those lounge chairs or cots and you're hanging out with Cam, should he be weary as to where he's going to put his chair?
Yes, he should not have me move my cot when I am tired. I've been living outside for 7 days, eating the same. I'm already irritated. Do not mess with me, Cam. So yeah, he should rethink. Everybody should rethink talking to me if I'm ever in that position again. Period.
Especially if Angela's snoring. I mean, it doesn't sound like much sleep's going on.
Don't get me started. Don't do it.
So Chelsea, in your
Yes.
in your schooling, in your basketball career, or your life, or your career, or in Big Brother entertainment sphere, what would you say is your you know I'm right moment? What I mean by that, it's a time or place where you wanted to pursue something, you asked somebody for advice. They're like, Chelsie, hold up. Are you crazy? Why would you do that? That's not going to work out. And you were like, you know what? I'm going to do it anyway. And in the
Hmm.
end, you will see why it is that I'm right about this. And I can tell you, I told you so.
Yeah, I'm living that right now. There is a lot of doubts with what I do for a living, my faith and all of that, then going into a game where you are meant to be cruel and play a game, to be
Yeah.
deceitful. I was told by a lot of people, don't do it. You may be perceived as X, Y, and Z. And in anything that you do, I recognize you could be the most perfect person in what you do, but somebody will find something bad to say about you. So that did not persuade me to not take a leap of faith and do something like Big Brother. So now, 90 days after this experience, it's that moment. Like I told y'all that this leap of faith was worth it. Will there be haters and naysayers? Yes. But do I still believe at the end of the day I inspired a huge group of people and was proud and gained respect over the last 90 days? Yes, it was worth it. And I got a little bit of money out of it too.
Just a little bit of money.
Little.
Well, we want to talk about what's next because that is a rather large sum of money.
Mm.
So we know you're a career oriented woman. We know you got a lot of things going on. But let me ask you a question. That steak dinner with Cam, is it still on?
Yes, I owe him because I lost so many. I owe him steak dinner. I owe him a haircut. I owe him sneakers. I owe him like a whole day. So, and he wants that to happen today. I'm like, I'm tired. I'm not about to go help you get a haircut today, Cam, or have steak dinner. I'm tired. So I will be a woman of my word and give him the steak dinner that he wants. I will make him
Now,
pay though.
I have another good question regarding
Yes.
Cam.
Okay.
As a super fan, my read was that you were going to take him to the final two.
Mm.
Had you won the final HOH, were you going to take
That's what
Mackenzie
I
or
want
were
to
you
know.
going to take Cam?
I was gonna take, in all honesty, I was gonna take McKenzie. Had I won that,
Wow.
yep, had I won that final
Interesting.
HOH, that would have been 7 comp wins to her 10, 5 HOH wins. I knew me beating a comp beast when I needed to, which is part of my strategy,
Hmm.
and then taking her and having my social game in my pocket was enough to beat her. And at the end of the day, give my flowers to my girl. She played a great game. I believe if she didn't get first, she deserved second place. And I was going to be honored to sit next to her at the end and walk out, two girls who really dominated the second half
Yeah.
of the game together. So she deserved that. I was going to take her
Absolutely.
and risk it.
And ultimately, it didn't matter, but that win literally slipped out of your hands when you put the B down. Oh,
Don't start it.
but it
Don't
worked
even,
out. So
it did.
it
It did.
worked out. It worked out. Last thing for us here, and I know you watched last season. It didn't work out for Matt as far as the final two, but how long were you rehearsing that final two speech? Because you were ready, you had your points ready to go, and home
Mm.
run.
Y'all, when I was doing my statistics, I had Q-tips because we don't have pins.
I saw the Q-tip. You were talking to the fishes.
Yes, yes.
Just
Oh my God.
like let me
Yes,
tell
you
you
are a
something.
fan.
The super fans, they love talking to the feeds. They love talking to the fishes. Usually the super fans always narrate to the live feeders what's going on in the game. And you did that. You did that masterfully. Unbelievable. You don't even
Thank
realize it.
you. Thank you. So yeah, I was using Q-tips to count out how many comps we played in, how many comps I've won. I wanted to come with facts, but I also sat there and I rehearsed probably the main points of what I wanted to get across because I knew I was going to be nervous and I wanted to come very prepared. And I knew she wasn't preparing for anything. And I knew Jag and Matt last year, had Matt come with it, he probably would have won the game. The speeches do have the ability to have you win this game. And I was not going to not put in all my hard work and effort. When they were asleep, Cam and McKenzie, I snuck up there to the fish because I didn't want them to hear me talking about my game. So I studied for probably a total 4 or 5 hours on a 90-second speech.
Right.
Yeah.
Matt's a good friend of ours, but he blew it. He could have just said, "You're only here, Jag, because of me."
I told him
And
that.
that was
I
it.
actually told him that when we
Chelsie
saw
was
him.
ready to go.
Crazy. So I knew that. I watched the show. Other people who were in the final 3 didn't watch or study those speeches to see how Cam was like, the speeches don't really mean anything. The jury knows what they're going to do. And I didn't even comment on that. I was like, okay, Cam, it's your girl knew the speeches are huge. And I studied and I'm grateful that it paid off.
Yeah, Cam thought he was just going to finesse his way in. He'd be like, yeah, I had Chelsea finessed her all the way
He
to the
said,
final two.
Chelsie in my pocket, McKenzie in my pocket. He told me his speech. I said, oh, Lord. My goodness.
Well, Chelsea, we appreciate your time. We know you're
Or-
going to be busy coming out of the house. My last question to you, and then you could share or promote anything because we always give our guests the last words. But now, as a Big Brother winner, you got a lot. You get to go back to your family. You got to go back to your dog. What's next for you?
I don't know. I don't know
Mhm.
what's next. I think just decompressing from this experience, watching it is one thing, living it is another. So I've been away from my family for over 100 days at this point. So spend time with them, sleep, and not spend time having to use my brain. I've used my brain nonstop for 90 days, y'all. So just
Yeah, you can wait a little bit now.
I could wait a little bit to
You
think.
earned, you earned and deserve the rest.
Yes, so I want to get some naps and hang out with my dog and be with my family and my siblings. That's it.
All right, Chelsea, this has been great. I think you should get back to the gym, start getting those shots up, because we got to see you in the NBA Celebrity All-Star basketball
Yes.
game.
Yes.
I think that would be fire. So, Chelsea, thank you so much for your time. Congratulations again. That's going to do it here for this episode of You Know I'm Right. For our very special guest, the Big Brother champion, Chelsea, and my co-host, Joe Calabrese. I'm Nick, and this has been You Know I'm Right.